Hi everyone, it's Nancy. We're going to do something I love to do, and I think most of you love to do, is collage. So I'm going to make a page or two of collage paper to make some ephemera for our autumn journal. So I thought I'd bring you along, and then I have a few pieces of ephemera we could start. So like I said before, I usually use my pages from my Daphne Diary magazine. Like I got a couple years subscription of it, and what I'd like to do is I cut everything out that I want to cut out for ephemera. I take pages out and make envelopes with them, and then all the other pages like this although these macarons would have been really fun to cut out. Any other pages, I just have them in a plastic envelope, and then I take them out, and I usually cover them with some coffee dyed paper, and I collage on the front, and this way I'm not really throwing any of the Daphne Diary away. The covers of the Daphne Diary, because it's a little textured and thicker, I cut those down and make TN covers with them. I use every bit of that magazine that I can. So anyway, I got some scraps out of my scrap bin that looked fall to me, and let's just get started. And what I always say about collage is that just don't think about it. Just do it, right? We don't want to think about it. So I'm going to start out, and here I'm thinking about it, but I'm going to start out here. I got my glue book here on the side. I have a old credit card. I have my scraps here. So let's just get started on this. And I'm just going to start out, and I just love making collage pages with my scraps. I really do. So if I can tell you where the scraps came from, I would. But I know some are Andrea from Artie Mae's Freebies. I know like these here, I already know that's the tea bag paper from Louisa Heinzel. Some I know, because I've used them so many times. I have dictionary page. I have, I don't know, I have some of the scraps of the dyed paper. So I am just going to not think about it, and I'm going to start gluing stuff down here, okay? So and I've got some of the ends of the music page from the kit. So I'm just going to put some things down. And this, I have no idea where this came from, but I like the muted colors on it. So I'm going to put that on too. Oh, look at the back. It's got the tea dyed paper on it. So I must have used it in a fall journal. So I hope everyone's doing well. And yeah, so I thought this would be fun. Let's see here. Get some other colors. Here's the page from Amy's kit. She has a little collage page on there. I don't know if I'll use the dark part, but I'm going to use this lighter part here to use in the collage. Save maybe the dark parts for something else. And I'm just going to put some of this up here haphazardly, and let's see what we can get going here. So yeah, do you like doing collage? Do you find it daunting? You shouldn't. Don't think about it. If you think about it, it's not fun. You just got to make a pile of scraps. Just get a pile of scraps in the color family that you want. So then you're not, you don't have a ton of scraps. You have just a little pile like I have right here. I'm just going to use what I have here. I'm not even going to, think twice about it. So that's how I enjoy it, And you can even maybe watch a show or something while you're doing it. To kind of take your mind off of thinking about it too much too. So let me get that on here, and we'll try to go as fast as I can so we can get to a couple pieces of ephemera that I'd like to do. Let's see. Yeah, like I think this might be This might be something from Andrea. And I'm just going to rip it up. I don't know. I'm sorry for the sound. If the sound doesn't aggravate you from tearing, I'll try to go quieter. All right. Just try to grab some of the other papers. So I see that Carol Laws and Amy have started their fall journals, their autumn 1910 journals too. So I'm very excited to see. Oh, I just dropped my card here. Hold on one second. I'm very excited to see what they're doing, but boy, the covers already, they started with their covers, and it's going to be beautiful. I'm so excited to see how everybody's journals are going to be, so different yet so, we're all using the same kit. And I think there's another gal doing it too. I'll have to look her up, but I know Amy has linked her on her channel. I'll have to look her up and see. I didn't get a chance to do that yet. And so yeah, I watched the second movie of the Harry Potter series, which I'm loving, while I craft. So I'm trying to spread it out so I don't do it all at once. So I'm really into it now. Let's see here. Put this up here. I get some words in here. I always like to add a little book page or a dictionary page. Let's see what I got. I like to do that. And see, this book page here was kind of whitish. Like that's how it looks. So I just took my sponge dauber with my vintage photo on here, and I just rubbed it across there just to give it the aged look. So if you don't have aged, book page, that's what I do to get that effect, and it works fine. So don't think you need a lot of vintage book page, because you don't. You can make any of your book pages look vintage just by doing that. And I even have some of this. I think this came, I used to get, I'll just tear it. I used to get the box subscription, My Creative Studio, I think it's called. And I think this is what the box was always on the inside. To get into the inside, it was wrapped with this cute tissue paper here. So let me just put that on. And put some of this. And you can just, you don't need a tear ruler either. If you don't have one, just tear it with your hands. I'll put this on top here. And what else do we have? It's pretty too. Yeah, so I am going to be, I don't know how many more videos I'm going to have of the fall journal yet, because I still have a lot of the ephemera to make for it. So maybe after this one, there might be a couple more. And because next week, the last week of September, I would like to show you my idea for Halloween, for some Halloween crafting. I have a cute project that I thought if I show you the video next week, if you want to play along to get prepared, we're going to pre-make a quick and easy journal. And you can get that ready because starting October 1st, we're going to start working on decorating it. So I'm not going to tell you too much yet, but this is a good project for if you, of course, if you love Halloween, it's a good project, period. But if you kind of want to do a little Halloween project, but you don't want to like get really involved with it, you like it, you want to make a little something, but you don't want to like, get yourself all involved in something. I think this project will be easy. It doesn't take a lot of, first of all, you can just probably use digitals that you have. You don't even have to buy a digital. I'm going to put this right here. You don't even have to buy a digital. Just use what you have. Scrapbook paper. You might even have some digitals and Halloween colors that you could use. So, let me see what else I have here. Some of that. So, yeah, I have a cute little project coming up. I do have some vintage page from a book. I'll put that in there. Let me get this. Let's see, where do I want to put that? So, yeah, we'll do that. I'm going to put this on upside down because you don't need to read it. I don't know what kind of book it's from, but just to have book page on there is good. Okay, and even though I didn't cover that, I will put something there to cover that, like maybe this will go there in a second. And let me put something there. So like I said, yeah, I had to stop and do this journal. It was awesome for me. When I saw the kit, that was it. I had to stop everything to make it. So, let's get some more music page in here. That'll fit. Yeah, it will. So I know a few of you gals had told me that you had to go out and buy the kit. So it'd be fun to, if you can tell us or show us what you're making with it. What kind of cover are you using? Or are you altering a book like I did? Or, things like that. So it would be fun to know. And you know what I think would be really pretty if you don't feel like, doing a full-on journal. I think just a folio would be really fun. Because, you can get folios done pretty easy. And they don't take up a ton of time. Look at that big apple on there. I like that page. Oh, I did make a journal, an apple journal. My family and I go, my kids and my grandkids, all of us, there's 10 of us. We go apple picking every year. It's a family outing. And we take pictures and I make little scrapbooks of it, I don't know, we've been doing it for years and years now. Let me just get this here. And so I did make a cute apple kind of journal that'll house, it was, I think it had last year's in there, and I'll probably put this year's pictures in there too. And then what I also do is put some of my favorite apple recipes in it too. So, and I made an awesome cover for it. I'll have to show you one day. I will definitely have to show you, because I think you would really like it, and it's fun. It's something different. It's real easy. I think I'm going to put that right there. So I have to try to remember to show you. Okay. Okay, and what else? I have so much to pick from. Oh, look at that. That looks like some William Morris paper. Maybe a little piece of that would be nice in here. I'll just take a piece of this. Not thinking of where it's going, but I definitely will. Sometimes you look at these pages and you gotta figure out, did I cover everything up already? Sometimes you miss a little page because it blends in with the magazine page itself, but you'll feel, you could always run your hand and you would feel it. Okay. See, I'm almost done. I just have a couple little spots here. Just a few little spots. And I think I'll put some of this paper in to fill in. Okay. And then right here I could feel that I need to put something there. Okay. Now let me make sure I got everything. Yep. I think I did. So then I would just let this dry a little. I could go on. I have enough scraps here that I could probably make about 3 more pages. So I might go ahead and make more pages, but I just wanted to show you how quick and easy this is. And then what I would do, excuse me, is, you know, even up the edges. You know, I covered this with coffee dyed paper or any kind of neutral paper so you could write on the back. And coffee dyed paper and then the glued paper on top of the magazine page, it's like tag ready. It could be a tag. You can cut it to be pockets. It's ready to go. And what I like to do is once I even this out, I turn it over and then cut it into the size I want. Because if you're going to cut it this way, you're going to be fussing. You're going to be fussing, well, I want some of this in there. Well, I don't like, don't even do it. Turn it over, cut it into the size tags or pockets you want. And then when you're done, flip them over one by one and you'll say, oh, that's awesome. Look at that in there. You know, so that's how, that it's like a present. You know, you get a little present. Okay, so I'm going to put this to the side. We're going to make a few pieces of ephemera. I'll just leave that here for now. Okay, so, you know, I had gutted the Reader's Digest, right? And so I kept, you know, the beginning pages of the book. Usually they're colored. In a Reader's Digest, whatever color paper is on the inside, they have a paper in the front and I think a paper in the back. So I use that. You'll see it in the journal. And then I take a couple of the actual pages in the beginning out. And I have a stamp that has this pretty autumn saying, "Every leaf speaks bliss to me, fluttering from the autumn tree," by Emily Bronte. And I wanted to use this because you could use this to journal on. So I want to put this piece in the journal. So what I'm going to do is I need to cover that up. So I thought I could glue that on there. And then I took the gentleman, just almost like I did the lady on that piece of vintage linen that I did. Let me show you, where's that? Here. Remember I did the piece of linen and then I cut her out and put her on there? Oh, I'll tell you about that. You'll see throughout the journal, I have bulb pins with these vintage Swarovski crystal. Well, they're not crystal, but they call them, they're vintage beads. Swarovski beads. So I did put about 3 or 4 of them throughout the journal, and in like a orangey color and this pretty green. So just like I did this gal here, let me just close this up here. This journal is getting real chunky. I love it. I love how it feels. So I'm going to glue him down and just decorate this page a little, and it's going to go as a piece of ephemera in the journal. So I want to get this on here. And I'm just kind of dabbing it on, because if I were to run the glue stick over this doily, all the glue would just come through those holes. So I think I'm going to be okay doing it this way. So I'm going to put it on there where I know it's going to cover those words. And if a little bit of the word peeks through, I'm not worried about that. You're not even going to pay attention to that. And then I'm going to put this guy on, and what I'm going to do is glue him on with my glue. And this is going to be a real pretty ephemera, piece of ephemera folded in there, and you can journal on it. I think so. Look at your book when you got a book out. Look at the beginning, the front of the book and the back, because they usually have some extra blank pages, and you could so use them as pieces, decorate them as pieces of ephemera. Now, doesn't that look nice? Isn't that a pretty piece of ephemera to put in the book? So I'm going to let that dry, and I'll probably just fold it in half, just like that. And sometimes it's fun just to fold them wonky. I think they look more, I don't want to fold it perfect. I like them when they're a little just wonky, and I left that rough edge on. And this is going to be a piece of ephemera in the book. And I love that, how that looks. I mean, it's a doily. Sorry, stabbed myself there. It's a doily, but it's like a tan doily. So I think it looks good. I really do. And I put the girl on that vintage piece of linen, right? Okay, so I needed to make some bigger cards for the bag that's in the journal, the black and brown bag. I wanted to make 2 journal cards to go into those. So I happened to be watching Margaret from Seven Plaza, and she gave a wonderful freebie of, she put together some vintage music paper that she thrifted, and she put a freebie together. And so I had gotten the freebie the other day, and then I thought, I'm going to use the 2 tag ones. We're going to make cards for these, journal cards. So what I did was I printed out the 2 music paper collage cards, and then I just did some stenciling on the back, and this is what we're going to make. We're going to make 2 cards, one for each pocket. So I already you can see I kind of got my design out already. So let me get a new glue page here. Okay, so I already and what's fun is the background's already done for you. See, it's so pretty, and I inked the edges, rounded the corners, and inked the edges. So let's get this doily on, and I just took doilies, one blue one here that kind of goes with the kit, and I cut it in half, and I thought, that looks pretty nice. I like how that looks. So I'm going to put that on, half on one side, half on the other. And then this is just one of the flowers that I have cut out from fussy cutting. And just, whenever you fussy cut, I keep all my florals like in a little plastic container. And I decided to go through it and find some that looked fall to me. So that's what I did. So just something like that. And then this should probably make it a little muted down the white a little bit, just a little bit. But I think it definitely says fall. See? I always leave a little white border around. It's easier to cut flowers. And this, I'm going to put on with my wet glue. Am I in frame? I hope so. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to put this on with wet glue. And I'm not sure if I would put a little quote on the bottom, or I'm going to put maybe we'll do a Tracy label. So I really didn't think that far ahead, but I got the base of the idea ready here. It's got a lot of little areas here that I got to make sure stick down. And everyone's been leaving such nice comments. Thank you so much. You know, I really, really appreciate you watching and commenting, and just makes my day, because I just do this because I love to do it so much, and everybody in this community is just so nice, and that's why I enjoy doing this. So thank you for making my day. Okay, I'm going to put it right here. Gently press it down. There, that looks pretty. So yeah, definitely a label. Let me see, do I have, oh my gosh, it's like a domino effect here. Sorry about the noise. I have a little tin with some labels in it here. Let's see if we can find one to go on here. Something that's got some browns. Or even, oh, look at, I have a green one here. That would be pretty. Let's do that. Definitely. That's super pretty. See how you just grab it? Don't overthink it. I try not to. I know it's hard to do, but I try not to overthink it. And you just grab it, and it's usually, you know how it is, the first thing you grab, and then you'll keep looking, but you always come back to that first, right? The first dress that you want to, you know, when you buy a dress or a top or jacket or whatever. So yeah, that looks super, super nice. Isn't that pretty? And that'll be one of the journal cards in there. Now let's work on this one. Look at this one, how pretty it is. Let me put these over here so you can see them. Look, I have the gentleman and the lady cut out. Look at this beautiful rose picture. And my brown. I mean, this is pretty easy to do. It's not really hard. I mean, you could, you know, really, if you want to make the elaborate, you can, but just a few items and you're making beautiful pieces of ephemera. All right. So I live in Illinois Central, well, near Chicago, about an hour from Chicago. And today, I think, yeah, today's the first day of fall. It's a little overcast, but it's going to be today and tomorrow like 80. So I'm just, you know, we had a little bit of that fall. Oh my gosh, I keep dropping my plastic here. We had a little taste of fall, you know, and now we get the little warm stuff back. So I'm just patiently waiting for these 80 days to go by, and then we should be good. I don't see anything higher than 74 coming in the next week or so. So I'm going to safely say maybe that we're going to be actually in fall after the next couple days. So we'll see, because my mind is there. I really do like experiencing all 4 seasons where I live. I do get to, for as good as they are now, you know, with global warming or whatever they call it, it seems sometimes you don't get much of a summer, or you don't get much of a spring or a fall. Like last year, I don't think we got much of a fall at all, but this year I think so far it's been pretty good. But I do enjoy experiencing all 4 seasons. But I guess if you didn't grow up with that, then you probably wouldn't be missing it, right? All right, let me get this down. Can't talk while I'm doing this, right? I'm going to do this. Hopefully I put it where I wanted it. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? Okay. I love that. And then let me just hit them with the vintage photo. I did leave them connected here at the hat part. And I didn't even cut out the part in their arms because it's so small. All you do is hit it with your ink, your vintage photo ink, and it all blends in, right? Okay, I think that's good. All right, I am going to glue them on right about there, I guess. Yeah, okay. So yeah, next time you'll see I'll have cut up the collage pages. I have to see what pockets and tucks that I have and see what sizes I need. I will cut them up and show you, and then maybe the next video or two we're going to make ephemera and see how stuffed we can make this pretty little journal for fall. Okay, so I'll get this on. Right about there. Oh, so sweet. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can, I don't know, let's see if we want to put a label on this one. Let's see what we have here. No, that's like a red. I have green, but I think there's enough green in there. Maybe this one here. There. I like this mark and this little pencil mark on the, right, let's check couple more in here just to make sure we're not passing up another option. A stamp would be cute too, right? No. See, this is when you're saying, oh, taking too long to pick, taking too long. Keep moving, right? No, I think this one. I'm going to go with the first one, just like I told you. I'm going to just give it some color here. Get the edges a little bit. Okay, and we're going to glue this on, and I think we are going to be done with these pieces here. And I can even show you, I can always go that way too, couldn't I? But no, I'm going to go this way. Right there, I'm just doing it. Thinking, that's what happens when you start thinking about it too much. You start fooling around with it. Okay, there we go. All right. So, let me just move this out of the way here. I'll show you where, I know where these are going. I'm not sure about that gentleman piece, but I want to show you the bag so you remember where it was. Let's see, where is it? Yeah, okay. I don't know if I'm going to decorate the outside on this side here, but let's put one in here. And then you have a nice area to journal on. So 2 giant journaling cards here. And I know they already fit because I tried them. So see, there's one in there. And then here's the other side. Now this envelope I did decorate. Maybe I'm going to put this one. Let's see. I think I'm going to put this one since I have a lady on here. Oh, wait, but I have a blue one. Nope, putting it back in here. I'm putting it back in here. And I'll put it this way. See the decisions we have to make, right? Where did the other bag go? There we go. And I'm going to put this one in here. Unless I change my mind. You never know. I might change my mind. There we go. So 2 nice journaling cards for the bags. There. It's really nice. And the gentleman, don't want to make a hasty decision. I'm going to think about that. I'm just going to put it here for now, just in the front for now, but we'll figure it out in the next video. Maybe we'll make some more. So look how nice and thick this is getting in here. I love it. And we still have a lot to put in here yet. And it's going to be a nice, I just love Reader's Digest making journals out here because to me it's like the right size. It feels good in your hand. You know, I think it's one of my favorite ways to make a journal. So, okay, I'll see you everyone next video and have a blessed day. Take care now. Bye.